Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the voice of reason. Today, we are continuing our ongoing coverage of the civil war taking place inside the former state of Ethiopia and the Eritrean invasion of the Tigray region. So first, in the Tigray region, we will then move to Oromo, where there is a ongoing large-scale Oromo Liberation Army offensive taking place that has taken several towns and cities in western Oromo. But we will get right back to that in a second. But first, what is happening in the Tigray region? Eritrean forces, Abiy loyalist forces, continue to be enveloped and surrounded near Adwa. Any efforts by the Eritrean army to move south from Adwa in the direction of the Adwa-Mekelle road have failed. This is one of the issues that led to the encirclement of the Eritrean army near Adwa, was that foray south along this road here, which then led to the Tigrayan Defense Forces to conduct multiple counterattacks in the direction of Adwa and south of Adwa. Adigrat continues to be under the control of the Tigrayan Defense Forces. The TDF control areas north, west, and all the A2 highway leading down towards Mekelle as well. The only real areas where the Eritrean army and Abiy loyalist forces control is tentative control over the B30 highway running from Shire to Adwa. Again, the infamous highway to hell now. Additionally, the B30 highway running from Shire down to a DRK is tenuous at best in the ability of Abiy loyalist forces to navigate down this roadway. And what I like to call the extermination agreement that was reached in South Africa show no signs of coming to fruition. The Abiy loyalist forces continue with airstrikes. There continues to be fighting on the ground, and whatever peace agreement, so-called peace agreement, that may have been reached and or signed off on in South Africa does not look like it is taking place as we speak. So we have talked about the agreement, the extermination agreement. We are unsure of where this is eventually going to go, if it's going to go anywhere. Again, it would not be of tangible value for the Tigray region, for the Tigrayan Defense Force, to hand over its arms. That includes heavy armaments and light armaments as well. At this point, I don't believe that the TPLF, the TDF, or the Tigray region in general can fully trust the decision-making processes of Abiy Ahmed and his close ally in the despotic regime of Eritrea. So very, very difficult in moving forward with that alleged peace agreement. Again, I call it an extermination agreement, because if the Tigrayan Defense Forces hands over its ability to defend itself and defend the Tigray region, then the Abiy loyalist forces and the Eritrean army would have carte blanche ability to do what it wishes in the Tigray region. And that would not be good for the Tigray region. And as we had talked about at the beginning of the video, is ongoing operations by the Oromo Liberation Army. We are seeing a very aggressive uptick in Oromo Liberation Army activities. At first, just several days ago, the OLA seized control of the town of Mindi. That's this locale here. The Oromo Liberation Army has then proceeded down the B40 highway, taking control of a multitude of towns and villages, and now we are hearing reports, confirmed reports, that the Oromo Liberation Army has entered the large city of Nekemte, this locale here. We had talked about the OLA prior had severed the A4 highway east of Nekemte and west of Nekemte as well. And right now it is near impossible for the Abiy loyalist forces to send reinforcements towards Nekemte, much less some of these other cities west of Nekemte as well. There were 3 large attacks on regime security camps that have taken place over the last 24 to 48 hours. Those 3 attacks, from the information we are receiving, have resulted in 88 KIA within the regime security forces and more than 144 wounded. So those are pretty large numbers given what we were seeing in terms of some of the attacks being conducted by the Oromo Liberation Army now. But the videos that we have seen, the videos of the Oromo Liberation Army marching into Nekemte, marching into Mendi, and some other areas, this looks like what I would define as a fairly professional force. It is not a ragtag force by any stretch of the imagination. Obviously, the dreadlocks are still omnipresent. But with that being said, the videos that I've seen, all the members of the Oromo Liberation Army are wearing a standardized uniform. They are wearing a standardized load-bearing equipment, armed with rifles, heavy machine guns, RPGs, and they appear to be moving into several towns, as we just talked about, in great numbers. And it appears that the amount of OLA fighters that are moving into towns such as Nekemte, Mendi, further to the northwest, it may not appear that the OLA, this is some sort of hit-and-run operation. This could be that the OLA is here to stay in some of those towns, and we're receiving reports that the OLA could be starting to move further to the east from Nekemte in the direction towards Addis Ababa. Now, obviously, that's getting the cart before the horse, so to speak. We don't anticipate a direct OLA assault on Addis Ababa, also known as Finfinne, anytime soon. But the sheer fact that they were able to seize control of many, many miles of territory, cut off the A4 and B4 highway of regime forces, capture regime security bases, capture entire towns and cities, says a lot right now. And it shows you also that the Abiy loyalist forces are continued to be tied up further to the north in the Tigray region, and in all probability have neglected its force construct to maintain control in western Oromia. So a very interesting situation that is developing west of Addis Ababa within the area of Nekemte, Gimbi, Mendi, and these areas along the B40 highway. We will continue to monitor and receive reports and brief you on those reports as we get those. Again, I appreciate the information that is coming in from our contacts in Oromia. We will continue to monitor and report what is happening on the ground in the Tigray region. Again, this is very much unresolved, and we anticipate that operations by the Tigrayan Defense Forces will continue until further notice. Have a good day. That's all we have. We will speak again soon.